Hello kids, let's start with our EVS subject, chapter 23, Infectious Disease and How to Prevent Them. You might have seen people getting ill. Sometimes we have a headache or sometimes we get a cut and it has been infected. Sometimes it also bleeds. So what are we supposed to do? Or what happens if we don't take care of the bleeding or of our headache or stomach ache? Let us see about the infectious diseases. One has to take care to stay away from the people who are ill with the flu, cold, ringworm, scabies, or chickenpox. These diseases spread from one person to the other. Such diseases are called infectious diseases. They are caused by microorganisms. Every infectious disease is caused by a specific microorganism or germ. When the germs of a particular disease enter the body and begin to grow, the person gets the disease. When a person has a cold, the germs from his body spread in the air when he coughs or sneezes. When these germs enter other person's body, they can also get the disease. That is the disease spread. Like typhoid. Typhoid spreads when its germs are passed on by a person ill with typhoid to another person. You can see while coughing, while sneezing, it can be spread to another person. Spread of infectious diseases is caused by air, water, food, insects, and direct contact. Spread of disease through air. The germs of a disease like influenza are present in the spit or saliva of the person who has the disease. When he coughs or spits, they enter the air with the tiny droplets of saliva or spit. When other people breathe in that same air, the germs enter their bodies. So, that is the reason we are not supposed to cough or spit in the open area. We should always cover our mouth or we should use a handkerchief. The germs of diseases of the intestines like typhoid, cholera, diarrhea are also of jaundice are present in the feces of the affected person. If the feces get mixed with water, the germs in it also enter the water. If another person drinks water which has been contaminated by these germs, they enter in intestine too, and that person can get the disease. To prevent the spread of disease in this manner, it is best to avoid washing clothes and bathing in the water sources or defecting it on open area. What do you see in the picture? We can see people having uncovered food at unhygienic place. You may have heard of a number of people getting gastro or diarrhea after eating contaminated food at function. Disease spread through food also. This is called as food poisoning. You may have seen flies sitting on dirt. When they sit on the feces of a person who has an intestinal disease, the germs of disease stick to their legs. When the same flies sit on our foot, the germs enter the foot. If we eat that food, the germs enter our body and we get the disease. That is why it is important to always keep our food covered. We should always take care of the food and we should eat only the covered food, not the uncovered food, either it is outside. We should wash our hands clean. We should keep the food covered. Then only we will be free from the illness or any disease. You may be aware that one can get malaria from the bite of a certain kind of mosquito. When this type of mosquito bites someone who has malaria, the malaria germs in that person's blood enter the mosquito's body with the blood it sucks. The spread of disease by insects, you can see in the first picture it is mosquito, second lice, and the another insect. Spread of disease by direct contact are what it has been shown, that is ringworm and scabies. An epidemic of a disease. Germs of disease like the flu or conjunctives spread quickly through the air. So many people can get such disease all at one time. If the water of a common source is contaminated by germs of a disease like cholera, then there is danger of all those who drink that water getting the disease. If at some place mosquitoes breed in large number, then many people there can get malaria. When many people in one area get the same infectious disease all at the same time, we say that there is an epidemic of the disease. Prevention of infectious diseases. In smaller towns and villages, bleaching powder is added to community sources of water to kill the germs and make the water safe for drinking. When there is an epidemic of gastro or jaundice, people are advised to boil water before drinking it. To prevent mosquitoes from breeding, we must ensure there is no stagnant water in the surroundings. But if that is not possible, insecticides have to be used. Thus, disease like malaria can be prevented. Measures for preventing the spread of disease. We should use masks. We should cover our mouth while sneezing or coughing. Vaccination. Another way to prevent disease is vaccination. Our body develops resistance to a particular disease due to vaccination. Soon after baby is born, she is given the tuberculosis vaccine. When the baby is 1.5 months old, she is given vaccination against diphtheria, whooping cough, tetanus, and polio. 2 more doses of these vaccinations are given at intervals of 1 month. Public health service facilities. Community programs for vaccination are also undertaken as part of national health schemes. Primary health centers have been established at the village level. There are also facilities like mobile dispensaries, ambulances, and a welfare fund for the disabled. Services like the examination of urine and blood, X-ray, ultrasound, and other scans are also available through the health programs. Thus, patients can get the service they need without delay. They are urged to maintain cleanliness in their surroundings. It is now forbidden by law to spit in a public place. The purpose of this ban is to prevent the spread of disease. Mass media are also used for raising public awareness about health and hygiene issues.